Who's there? I can feel something. A presence, twisting the air, cold like a shadow that doesn't belong here. This isn't a dream, and it's not a memory. Show yourself. I know you're watching. I can feel it in the Force.
Ah, young Skywalker, still clinging to the light, still blinded by your fragile sense of duty. You walk among the living, yes, but not for long. The galaxy is vast, but the shadows are patient. I see you, boy, every step you take, every hope you carry. And when the time is right, I will strike, even from beyond death.
No, that's not possible. You died. I saw it. I felt it. The darkness that held you was torn away. The Emperor fell. The galaxy breathed again. You can't be here. Not like this. This isn't real.
Death is not the end for those who truly understand power, for those who command it. The dark side opens doors the Jedi fear to even name. You thought my destruction was final? Foolish. You destroyed my body, yes, but the soul of the Sith is eternal. I am bound to the dark side, and through it I linger. I rot in the seams of the Force, in places your kind dares not look. You cannot kill what the darkness protects.
You can't scare me anymore. That fear you used to feed on, it's gone. Your empire is crumbling. The people you oppressed are standing. Worlds are waking up. Your time is over. You lost. All you have left are threats and shadows.
Lost? Oh, Skywalker, you poor deluded child. You think you've won because you felled a throne, because the sky lit with fire. Number. The war continues. Beneath your victories, my influence still spreads like rot in the roots of the galaxy. What you killed was but a shadow, a husk. The true web was always deeper. And if you continue to pull at it, to chase what remains of me, you will unravel more than secrets. You will lose everything.
I won't stop. I can't. I've walked through the ruins you left behind. I've seen what your cruelty did to families, to children, to entire civilizations. I've watched good people fall, just trying to survive under your rule. I will see the Empire end, not out of vengeance, but so no one else has to suffer like that again.
You have grown, yes, but do not mistake growth for invulnerability. Strength does not make you immortal, and it will not shield those you love. I have seen their ends in the Force, Leia's scream in fire, Han's blood on the snow, the Wookiee crushed beneath the weight of resistance. You think the rebellion rises. I have already seen its ashes. Continue to hunt me, and you guarantee those futures. Their suffering will be your legacy.
No. You're lying. That's all you've ever done. You twist the truth, bend it until even your own servants don't recognize it anymore. You're not warning me. You're trying to break me. But I've been afraid before. I survived it. And now, I know better.
Fear is not weakness, Skywalker. It is truth, revealed. It exposes what your pride hides, what your precious Jedi teachings refuse to accept. You cling to your light as if it absolves you. But you are already marked, already seen. I know what hunts you in your dreams. I know the cold that never leaves your spine. And I know that beneath your resolve, you are afraid because you are alone. And soon the galaxy will be too.
I've never been alone, even in the darkest moments. The Force was always with me. My friends too. They never gave up on me. Han, Leia, Chewie. They fought for the good in me even when I couldn't see it. Myself. And my father. He's with me now. Not as Vader. As Anakin. And that means something.
Ah, yes. The fallen knight. Anakin Skywalker. Your father. My apprentice. The one who thought that love could undo blood. That compassion could balance war. He believed he could save her. He believed he could save you. But in the end he fell, just as you will. The same blood flows through you, the same pride, the same weakness, and I promise you, it will destroy you too.
You're wrong. He came back. When it mattered most, he turned away from everything you taught him. He chose the light. He chose us. You lost him, and that terrifies you. And now others, more and more, are finding the courage to do the same. The galaxy isn't yours to corrupt anymore. It's waking up.
Then you will watch it burn, Luke. Slowly, agonizingly. You will see each spark of hope extinguished, one by one. You will hear the screams of cities collapsing, of temples crumbling, of your people begging for salvation you cannot offer. And when you are buried in their ashes, when your allies lie broken at your feet, you will understand. You will beg to turn back time. But there will be no time left, only ruin.
I'm not afraid of you. Not your ghost. Not your empire. Not the twisted darkness you hide behind. Fear was your weapon. But I've learned. You only have power when people give it to you. I'm not giving you anything.
Not yet, not fully, but the fear is there. I taste it, I breathe it, and it will grow like poison beneath your skin. It will whisper to you in your darkest nights, in the silence of the stars, until the day you break, just like him.
Leave. Return to the shadows that bore you. Fade into the silence where your empire is already rotting. You don't belong here. Not in this time. Not in this galaxy. You never had power over me. I chose my path, and it doesn't lead back to you.
We shall see, boy. We shall see what remains of your strength when all else is stripped away. When your friends are gone. When your fire has dimmed. When the light itself abandons you. Then we will meet again. And then, only then, will you truly know the meaning of despair.
He's still out there. I can feel the pull, the presence. Maybe not in form, but in legacy. His hate lingers like smoke after fire. But I won't turn back. No matter what I face, no matter how far the shadows reach. I walk forward. The light leads me now. Ben, I was hoping you'd come. I could feel something in the Force pulling me here, like a whisper just out of reach. I didn't know if it would be you, or just silence. But somehow, I knew you'd find me. You always do, when I need you most.
You look to the stars, Luke, trying to find something to make sense of it all, hoping the galaxy above holds the truth your heart won't speak aloud. But the stars do not hold answers. They only reflect the light of what was. The real answers. They live in you, in your choices, in the path you walk now, even when it's dark.
He spoke to me. Palpatine. Or what was left of him. It wasn't just a memory or a nightmare. It was real. Cold. Twisted. Like a black hole made of hate. His voice. His presence. It wrapped around me like a storm I couldn't see through. He's gone. But I swear, he's still out there. And it's like he never really left.
You've seen it now, haven't you? The truth most Jedi never spoke aloud. That the end of a battle does not guarantee the beginning of peace. You destroyed the Death Star? Yes. But the shadow behind it remains. The dark side doesn't vanish with a single blow. It lingers. It festers. And sometimes, it finds ways to speak, even through death.
How could no one see it? How did he climb so high while the Jedi watched? While the Senate clapped? He turned the whole galaxy upside down, right in front of everyone. Did no one speak out? Were they all too blind? Or too afraid? How does something like that happen with so many good people standing by.
The Emperor was never just a man, Luke. He was a fracture in the Force itself, an open wound that bled darkness into every corner of the galaxy. He didn't conquer with weapons alone. He seduced. He promised strength in exchange for silence. He wrapped the Senate in chains it begged to wear. And as the galaxy slept, he turned Jedi against Jedi, until the light was almost gone.
He told me we'd all die if we kept fighting him. That this, what we're doing, it's hopeless. He said the rebellion would burn. That everything we're fighting for is nothing but smoke. That we're chasing ghosts while he watches us bleed. And for a second, a part of me wondered if he might be right.
Because evil doesn't always scream. It doesn't always come with red blades and thunder. Sometimes it speaks softly. It offers solutions, promises peace. It tells the frightened exactly what they want to hear. That's how it grows. The dark side is patient, Luke. It waits for doubt. It waits for fear. And when it finds them, it whispers. And people listen.
But I don't understand. Ben, he's gone. I know that. I saw him fall. I felt the Force shift. So why does it still feel like we're losing? Why does the galaxy still feel like it's holding its breath? Why are people still afraid to believe in the light again?
The dark side fears what it cannot break, and so it attacks it, not with armies, but with doubt, with despair. Your hope, it shines, brighter than you know. That's why it seeks to snuff it out. The Empire never feared weapons. It feared belief. Because belief cannot be bombed. And hope, Luke, hope is what they cannot kill.
You sound like you've seen it happen before. Like you've watched hope fall apart, and people follow the wrong path, over and over. Is that what the Clone Wars were like? Is that what happened to you? To the others?
Because the true war was never over borders or territory. Not truly. It was a war for souls, for hearts, for the will to choose compassion in a galaxy screaming for blood. Palpatine knew this. He didn't just want power, he wanted to destroy the idea of light. But if you keep believing, if you carry that spark within you, then even his ghost cannot win.
A Jedi? Someone you trusted? Someone you trained? That's hard to imagine. That someone who understood the Force so deeply could just turn their back on everything. How does that happen, Ben? How does someone so strong fall?
Yes. I've seen it all. I've seen Jedi Masters, warriors, heroes, men and women we trusted, fall beneath the weight of fear. I saw noble hearts twist into weapons used by the very evil they once fought. And I saw one soul in particular, one we had such faith in, fall so far we began to doubt he ever existed at all.
What happened to him? What did he become? And was it fast or slow? Did he know what he was doing? Or did he think he was doing the right thing? Did he feel it when the darkness took over? Or did it lie to him, little by little, until he couldn't see the light anymore?
He was the brightest of us, gifted, passionate, capable of great love and great anger. But he trusted the wrong voice. He turned to the wrong path. The Emperor offered him answers the Jedi were too afraid to give. And when the moment came, he chose to embrace the storm. What was left was no longer Anakin Skywalker.
Do you believe he ever regretted it? Even for a second? That maybe in some quiet moment, behind everything he became, he felt sorrow? Or shame? Or anything that reminded him he was still human?
He made his choice. And once a Jedi gives themselves to the dark side, they lose more than their name. They lose their sense of self. But the Force is patient. Even when a soul falls, it does not let go. It waits, it watches, and sometimes even the lost can find their way back.
Then there's still hope. Even if it's buried deep, even if it's almost gone, it means there's still a chance. A flicker of light. It's all anyone needs to find their way back. If someone like him can still be saved, then maybe no one is truly lost.
I believe, deep down, somewhere, buried beneath armor and pain, there was still a part of him that remembered love, remembered who he had been. I believe it flickered in moments, in silence, and perhaps when he looked at you. Perhaps you reminded him of who he was.
And if I fail? If I give it everything I have and still fall short? If my strength isn't enough? If my compassion doesn't reach him? What then, Ben? What happens to the galaxy if the Force chose wrong?
Yes, Luke. But hope is not a banner. It is not a word you speak. It is a fire you carry. It must be protected when the winds rise. It must be fed when darkness presses in. And it must be shared, or it dies. You carry that hope now, not just for the rebels, but for every fallen Jedi, for every child who was told to stop dreaming. You carry all of us.
Even him? You think there's a path back? Even for someone who's done what he has? After everything? I want to believe that. I do. But I don't know if I can forgive him. Not yet.
If you fall, the light dims. If you give in, we lose more than a war. We lose the future. But I don't believe that will happen, because I've known men stronger than you, wiser than you, who still gave up. But in you, I see something rarer. I see the strength to forgive, even those who hurt you most. That is the power they never understood, especially him. Because if he can be saved, then so can everything, even the Force itself. We'll speak again soon, Luke. But for now, walk forward. Even if the path is dark, keep moving. You are not alone. I will be with you, always.
Thank you, Ben, for still being here, for believing in me, for carrying the weight of everything that came before, and still trusting that I could carry it forward. I'll try not to let you down.